don't give in. Yeah. Miles and miles you will have been.
Well, hello everybody, it's Suffolk Andy here at Henningham Hall Church. It's a beautiful place. I just called in, I see it from the roadside and I thought I'd just come in and have a look. And I thought, well, this is something else. I'm going to have to show this place. Look at that, eh? For a monument. There's a book at the back there that will tell you all about these different monuments, who they're for. Something else. There's a few people about. It looks like it's the Tollymash family. I can't read Latin, I'm afraid. Some more up here. Look at that. My word. My word. Well, I've got some people there, so I'll have to stop filming for a bit. There's the altar. What I like about the place is not many stained glass windows, which keeps them a bit darker, so it's quite light in here. That's John the First Baron Tollymash, born December 7th, 1805 and died December the 10th, 1890. There you go. Must be the coat of arms. Just looking down the church. I hope you enjoyed that. That's the church. I just came past it and thought, oh, caught in sort of corner of my eye and thought, oh, I'll just nip in. So I thought, oh, I'll show you. I know some of my subscribers do like a little bit of history, especially English history. And this has got a lot of history to it because of the hall next door, the Tollymash family, who were involved in a lot of things in English history, especially the American and English Civil War, and also the French Wars as well. But I couldn't do too much inside. You can see the old ladies there, they came in and they were yapping away, and it sort of spoilt my film and what I was doing. But as you can see, it's got a very old graveyard as well. You can't read the stones, they're so worn out now and overgrown. Walking over graves now, I can feel it. Yeah, very old. When you see graves like this in the shape of a coffin, they are called coffin graves. That's their name. The other day I was asked why those little ones are these in front of that, and this is the reason why. They're usually coffin graves, or they had this at the end with nothing, and because this would fall over or whatever, they'd pick this up and put that in there next down onto there. That's probably the way it is. These wear out, they fall down, and if you can see over here, you can see a line there. They're all to them graves. Well, if they fell over, they then put them back against the grave to make it more safer. So that's about it. So let's get back to the bike. I'm only 5 miles from Ipswich. It's an absolutely unbelievable day. And away we go. This is one of the main entrances to the hall. Make sure there's nothing behind me. I don't think you can go in here anymore, but it's one of the main entrances. And the hall is right down there up the top there. Wonderful place if you're over out this way. But I know the Tollymashers were heavily into brewing beer. You had the Tollymashers and the Cobbolds. I actually worked for the Cobbolds when I was about 21 as a drayman for a couple of years. They were quite like rivals in the beer industry in Ipswich and surrounding area, and then they amalgamated and became Tolly Cobbold. And I actually worked for them for a couple of years, delivering the beer. One of my favourite jobs actually I ever had. It makes me laugh, you know. You get 30 and 40 mile an hour speed limits in Suffolk, and then you get stretches where it's 60 mile an hour, and you think to yourself, yeah, this is not too bad. But some of them, these little back roads, if you'd done 60, you'd be dead. You wouldn't survive, you'd crash. But other roads, they keep them down. I really don't get the speed limit stuff, really. Welcome to Ipswich. Now we're up to 40, so with 30, 40, it was 60. You never know what the bloody speed limit is. When we came back from Skegness through the Fens, you know, I just thought, oh, I'm just going to open this bike up a bit, have a bit of fun. You know, nobody's going to bother me. And we're on this very, very straight road. You can see for miles, no cars. And I just opened the bike up and had a real good squirt, you know. And I was now bringing the bike down, and then I looked, and there was the dreaded speed camera. Yes, on its pole, yellow box. So I stood the bike upwards, virtually stood it up, and hit the box. Hit the box about 60 mile an hour. And before I was out the box, I was down to 50. But I thought to myself, why? Why? The road is straight, you can see for miles, and they stick a friggin' speed camera in the middle of it. Crazy. Now I'm not against speed cameras in black spots where there's a lot of accidents or it's a dangerous place. Put them in, I don't care. But why there? And the point what got me, I wasn't sure if the speed limit there was 60 or 50. Because it was changing so much on the way there. I thought, well, why? And I watched a vlog this morning from Kat, and she was talking about the same thing, about speed cameras, and she was riding through villages. They were going from 30, 40, 50, 60, and you never know what bloody speed limit you're in. Right now I'm at 40 and I'm in town. Alright, I'm in town. I know at the bottom here it will go to 30, but if you weren't, you know, if you looked at that, oh, it's 40 down here and you're still 40. But he's putting his brakes on because he's going over 40. I'm alright, I'm just under 40. If I go up to 40, yeah, he's putting his brakes on, and all of a sudden it turns to 30. If you miss that, if you're watching something or doing something, you could come through this part at 40, which is no different to that part, and end up getting a speeding ticket. It's freaking crazy. It's freaking crazy. But there you go. Kat put a very interesting one up. Woman, wolf rider. put one up this morning. I watched it, and she made some valid points there, I'll tell you, on this speed shit. I think you cut the roundabout bit there. There you go. So with that, all ride safe, love each other, Suffolk Andy.